we're still a little while out from the WRC's return at Croatia, but just before we get to it, we found out the FIA have got a rule change coming in, which is to reduce the penalty for drivers who have to retire because of hybrid failure issues. And I understand the mentality of it. The idea is the hybrid is a control unit. So because it's a control unit, everybody's being supplied by compact dynamics. But what the FIA have done is they've said, if you don't finish the stage because of a hybrid issue, you still have the same thing if you get the contractual time. So the standard kind of time loss for missing the stage. But instead of getting a 10-minute extra penalty, it's only 2 minutes. What it would have meant, for example, is that Tanak, maybe Evans, would have gotten a bit more points. They would have been around the top 10 on the cusp of Rally Sweden. But the question is it really a good idea to do that? I feel like the WRC is trying to save itself and its suppliers some face, because they don't want to be going in and going, oh, well, we had a hybrid issue affect 3 or 4 cars, so as a result, the top 5 has a Rally 2 or 2 in it instead of Rally 1 hybrids. I think they might be a bit concerned considering in the rest of the season we're going to places like the Acropolis, we've got High Speed Finland, we've got the Safari, of course. So I think they're thinking that they're at a risk, which, fair enough, it's the first year of hybrids. I think the main thing is, WRC have got to, as a promoter, try and do more to encourage more teams to compete, or make it more affordable for privateers to compete. Because the main way around it, to get through all these teething issues, is to have 20 plus Rally 1 cars. I mean, look at what I would consider the heyday of WRC. I know other people would disagree, most likely, but think about 2000. I usually think the heyday of the WRC would exist somewhere between 2001 and 2003. Now, that's because I got into WRC around 2003. I was born in 99. You talk about the height of manufacturer involvement in the World Rally Car era. But let's list off according to Wikipedia, what are the manufacturer entries, which are Peugeot, Ford, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Hyundai, Skoda, and Citroen. Now, Citroen I wouldn't count because I think they only really come in as a manufacturer entry in 2003. I'm pretty sure there was a whole big thing about them winning on debut. But I mean, you still had Seats competing, you had Toyotas competing, you had older Subarus. There were quite a lot of cars competing in that season. And same when you look at like 02, 03, 01, you could argue they were right. Again, it would be a bit of a stretch because you wouldn't really count Toyota. You probably wouldn't count Hyundai, to be honest. But when you have that many cars competing, remember this is a time where the top 6 got points, and you're talking, if you say 8 teams, some of them had 3 cars. That was about 20 cars competing. Lots of them would break down. The best way to cover up for it is to have more entries. I don't know if I think that the FIA reached a good compromise when it came to the bits between what they called Rally 1 Plus, World Rally Car Plus, the World Rally Cars of the last generation with hybrid on top, and what they called the Rally 2 Plus, which was the more mechanical driven Rally 2 cars with the hybrids thrown on top of that. I think they found a good balance of it to keep all 3 manufacturers on board, and also get M Sport to be able to compete a bit more competitively with extra funding coming in from Ford. But the big thing is we need that 4th manufacturer, or a 5th. I don't know where it's going to come from, but that's got to be the aim of the promoter at this point. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you around. Bye for now.